Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be going over the brand new teleporter device that was just added to the game and all the different ways that you can use it in your own levels. Before today's video starts, guys, make sure to check out my new Discord server using the link below. That's the place that I post all of my updates first, so just by joining the server, you'll stay up to date with all of these videos and mechanics, so you're always up to date with everything Fortnite Creative. Alright guys, so this brand new teleporter device was added just yesterday in the version 11.10 update, and if you haven't seen that video yet, make sure to go check it out using the pop-out in the top right hand corner of your screen now. It goes over absolutely everything that was added in the patch notes yesterday, but today we're just going to be focusing purely on the brand new teleporter device. You can find the brand new teleporter device in your devices menu. It's right at the top left hand side of the menu. So this is what the teleporter device looks like as standard. There are a lot of different options on this device, and very simply, to break down how the teleporter works, each teleporter device is assigned a group, and then each teleporter device can target another group or the same group. So if I have two teleporter devices that are both on group A and they both target group A, then those two teleporter devices will be connected. I could also use a teleporter group A and a group B and have them point to each other. There are lots of different options for setting this up, and I'll be going over all the different settings that you'll need to make different types of teleports in Fortnite. So starting off with this very basic example here, all I've got is two teleports that belong to the same group and they both target one another. I've created my own teleportation chambers using different props and assets in game, and then all I've done inside each chamber is place one teleport device that links to the other teleport device. All I've done for this example is I've set the teleport group to belong to E, and then I've also told it to target group E. So in my world, I only have two teleports that belong to group E, and they both target one another. That means as soon as I walk through this teleport that belongs to group E, I appear out the other group E teleport device. Another thing that I've done to make this system more polished is that I've flipped the player direction, so I'm actually heading in a different direction when I'm heading into the teleport than when I appear on the other side. That means that when I spawn into this teleport on this side, I don't appear on the other side facing this console, and I can walk straight out the other side. The way that I achieved this was very simple to do. When you look at this rift, you'll see this one light shard that sticks out on one side. That is the teleporter device direction. That indicates which side that the teleporter faces. Then all I need to do to force the player to look in the same direction as this teleporter device is to open up the options and then go down to this setting here that says face player in teleport direction, and then all I've done is I've enabled that to say yes. So to create this effect, all I'm going to do is I'm going to place down one of these teleporter devices. I'm going to make sure that the teleporter direction is facing away from the wall. I'm then going to set the group and the target group to group W. The reason I'm setting these both to group W is because I already have a lot of different teleport systems in my level, and this is just one of the free teleport groups that I have. If you're following along at home, you can use group A or B or C or any group that you want, but if this is the first teleport group that you have in your level, I'd recommend just leaving it as group A. I then leave the teleport group as enabled. I don't need to change the team. I don't need to change the teleport target. I'm going to leave the teleporter rift as visible. I'm going to leave on the visual and sound effects. I'm going to leave on conserve momentum. And then to increase the user experience, all we're going to do is we're going to enable this face player in teleport direction. And then we're not going to use any of the channel systems. And then all we're going to do to make this system teleport you is we're going to copy and paste this rift with this wall. And then we're just going to move it over 2 tiles. And then to get this teleporter system to work, all we're going to do is we're going to walk straight through this rift and we're going to appear on the other side. So that's one of the most simple teleporter systems that you can set up. It goes between 2 different points in the world and it works in both directions. It also switches the player direction so that all they have to do is keep running forward and they won't run into any walls or anything like that. If you want to do what I did, which was create my own custom teleporter chambers, and you don't want to see this rift effect or hear any of the sound effects or visual effects, all you need to do is go into the device options. All you need to do is come down to this setting here, teleporter rift visible, change this to hidden, play visual effects set to no, and then change play sound effects to no. That means that when you start this game, all of this teleport device will be hidden. It won't play any visual effects or sound effects, and then you're free to create your own custom sound effects, visual effects, and decorations around this device. Alright guys, so that's probably the most basic way of using the teleporter device in the game right now. The next examples I have for using teleporter devices in Fortnite are for recreating the famous game Portal, and the first of these examples is a very simple room where we have a blue portal on one wall and then an orange portal on the other. All you do is you walk through the blue portal and you appear straight on the other side of the orange portal. This is a very simple mechanic to recreate, and it works in both directions, both from blue to red and from red to blue. Alright guys, so the way that this is set up is very simple. We have two different teleporter devices and they both face in the same direction. All I've done is I've stretched this teleporter device in the height direction so that it fills up the complete oval disc that we have here. These glowing portals are made from the ring gallery, and all I've done is I've just stretched them in the height direction. To create the blue light field effect, all I've done is placed blue stage lights underneath this portal inside this wall, and it creates a blue ray of light that fills up this entire portal. To create the orange one, all I did was the same thing but with the orange lights. To recreate this portal layout, all you need to do is place two devices, one on one side of the room and one on the other side of the room. The options that you need to set are pretty simple. All you need to do is to make sure that your teleporter groups are the exact same for both devices. For me, I've set the teleporter group to group A and the target group to group A. I also have this set to enabled, the teams to all. I'm never changing the teleporter target. The teleporter rift is hidden and the play visual and sound effects is both off. I have conserve momentum turned on. I have the face player in teleporter direction set to relative, and then I don't have any of the channels set for the teleport device. These settings are also the exact same on the other portal. And then playing in edit mode, you can see exactly how this whole thing works. I have both of these devices visible, and all I'm doing is I'm running into one and appearing out of the other. And then to help sell the effect, what I've done is I've gone the extra mile and I've duplicated this room 2 more times. So all of the gameplay takes place inside this center room, but we also have these 2 additional rooms which you never enter but are purely there for visual effects, and I think it just helps to sell the illusion of the teleport system. Alright guys, so that was a very simple teleport layout for Portal. I also have a few more different portal layouts that get a bit more complicated, so let's head straight into the second example. Alright, so this one is very similar to the last one that we had, except from this time we have one portal that's slightly elevated above the other one. Now this is a very cool effect to create because it looks like you're gonna fall down into the next room. So if we run through this portal here, we'll appear out of this wall but higher up, and therefore we'll fall down back here, and then we can run through this portal again. So as you can see, we jump straight through and land in the next room. And you can see conserve momentum is on, so if you jump through the portal, you do actually fly quite far into the next room, and you can just keep going infinitely. So this is a very cool effect to pull off, and it's not actually that complicated, and the way that you recreate this is the exact same as the previous example. All you need to do is just move one of the portals higher up than the other. Alright guys, so heading back into edit mode and just showing you this central playroom. So what I've done is I've created 2 extra rooms in front and 1 extra room behind. These are purely for visual reasons, and the central playroom is this one right here with the rifts. When you're playing in the game, this is the only room that you will ever get into. These other 3 rooms are purely for visual effects to help sell the illusion of Portal. So like I explained before, this is exactly the same technique as we were using in the other one. All we've done is we've just lifted one portal above the other, and that really shows off the conserve momentum feature, especially if you're going to be jumping into the portal and flying across the room. So to go over the settings one more time, you can see that this teleporter direction is facing forward, and this teleporter direction is also facing in this direction. The settings for this one are very simple. All you need to do is make sure that both teleporter devices belong to the same group. In this case, it's group D for me, and then also make sure that the teleporter device targets the same group that it belongs to. So in this case, it's group D as well. I always have this device enabled. It can be used by any team. I never change the teleporter target. I have the teleporter rift visible set to hidden. I don't have any visual or sound effects. I have conserve momentum turned on. I have the face player in teleporter direction set to relative, and then I don't have any of the triggers or receivers doing any automatic work on this teleport. The settings for the orange portal are exactly the same. It belongs to group D and it targets group D. All of it's enabled. These are all the exact same settings as the blue portal. Alright guys, so moving on to the last example for Portal. This one is the most complicated one, and it's probably the one that messes with your brain the most, but I'm just going to show you this in game first, and then I'm going to be going over all the different things that I did to make this happen. So all we have here is a very simple layout. We have one blue portal in the floor, and then we have one orange portal in the wall. So this one is a very trippy illusion. What we're doing is we're looking straight at the wall in front of us, but we're looking at the floor. We're looking straight through this orange portal at this wall, and when we look through the blue one, we can see this wall straight in front of us, including this light on the ceiling. And if we look at this the other direction, what we're doing is we're looking through the floor of one of the levels back up at the vending machine. This is a very trippy illusion. I think this is the one that sells the portal effect the best, and this one is probably a little bit more complicated to set up than the others, but it's still pretty easy to understand. So if we jump through this blue portal, what we're going to do is we're going to fly straight out of this orange portal and head straight towards the vending machine. So as you can see, we went straight through the blue portal and appeared straight out of the orange one. And with the conserve momentum feature turned on, we actually get a good distance straight out of the orange portal, and we nearly make it all the way onto the vending machine. Now you can actually chain this portal together, and you can fly through the blue one, straight out the orange one, and back through the blue one. And with that, you can see that the conserve momentum feature actually made us fly a lot further into the room. That's because we were falling for a longer time and we were building up a lot of speed. So I'm actually going to start by showing you the layout from the outside. This will help you visualize what's going on. What we've done is we've created one single room here, and then what we've done with this room is we've taken this entire room and we've rotated it 90 degrees clockwise and 90 degrees anti-clockwise. So this is the main gameplay room, and what we've done here is this is the only room that the player will ever go in. We've put in some vending machines for context, and then what we've done here in this room is we've laid a vending machine flat on the floor and also put the light bar on the wall. That means that when you look directly down, it looks like you're looking at the forward wall and the ceiling, but in reality what you're doing is you're looking straight at the ceiling and the wall. This is a really trippy illusion, and if you get it just right, it looks like you're looking straight out of this portal at the vending machine on the wall. Now looking through the orange portal, to sell the effect even more, as if you're looking through this floor up at the vending machine. All we've done is we've just done this in reverse. We flipped the whole room the other direction, and this time we put the vending machine on the ceiling and the light bar on this wall instead. That gives the illusion as if you're looking straight up through the floor and that this is the ceiling. So to set up this portal, all we need to do is set this rift to look directly upwards. So if you see, we can see this long shard of light showing the teleporter device direction, and that is facing directly upwards. This is really important if you're going to be creating rift portals that are in the floor. You need to make sure that this portal direction faces directly upwards. So for the teleporter settings, I have both teleporters belonging to group F, and they're both targeting group F. I also have this always set to enabled. I also have it usable by every team. I never change the teleporter direction. The teleporter rift and visual effects are all set to off because we're creating our own custom portal theme. I also have this conserve momentum turned on. That means that if you manage to fly through the portal more than once, you actually get flown a lot further across the room than if you only go through it once. That's a really cool effect, and I think there's going to be lots of different ways to use this in death runs and parkour levels in the future. I also have the face player in teleporter direction set to no, and also I have all of these channels set to off because we only want this activating when the player goes through the portal. We don't want to teleport them to random places automatically using triggers and receivers. So they were all of the settings that you need for the blue portal, which is the portal in the floor. Now the orange portal that we have is set at a weird angle, and unfortunately there's no real way of being able to make this work consistently. What I did was I kept rotating this until I came out of this portal facing forwards. For whatever reason, when you're stringing together one that's facing upwards and one that's facing sideways, things get a bit messy, and you just have to sort of freehand the direction of this portal so you're always facing the direction that you want to be. So for me, I have this one facing towards this orange ring, but in reality when I fly out the other side, I'm always facing forwards. This is very easy to test, and you'll be able to adjust this very easily using the phone tool. All you need to do is pick it up and just rotate it left or right, however you need. Now to set up the orange portal, all we need to do is make sure that that teleporter group is the exact same as the blue portal. For me, that's group F. I also have this always enabled. It can be used by any team. I have the change teleport target set to never. This is all hidden because again, we're just using the portal theme that we've created. I have the conserve momentum set to yes, the face player in teleporter direction set to no, and we're not automating any of this with channels and receivers. So what we're going to do is leave all of those as no channel. And then playing this in edit mode, you can see that we fall into this teleporter device and we fly straight out the other side. and it's a really smooth effect, and in game it'll leave a lot of people wondering how you managed to pull this effect off. Alright guys, so I have a better example of what this conserve momentum feature does. So what I have set up here is 4 different ledges that I can jump off into this portal at the bottom, and then I'll get pinged out of this one up top, and then basically all I need to do is manage to land on this platform. Alright guys, so if I jump out of this lowest ledge here and into this portal at the bottom, and then I get rifted up at this one, with conserve momentum turned on, it's going to recognize how much speed I picked up from falling, and then it's going to let me keep this speed as I exit this rift up top. And then if I gain enough speed because I fall from a high enough height, then eventually I'll fly far enough to be able to make this ledge. So if I show you what this looks like from the lowest platform, this is the slowest speed because I have the least distance to fall. Therefore, I don't pick up enough speed to be able to make this platform. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fall onto this rift, and then I fall, and you see I don't have enough speed to be able to make this platform. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up one more platform level. This is the medium platform, so I'm going to fall a little bit longer and I'm going to pick up a bit more speed, but I don't think this will be enough to be able to make the platform. So as you see, we fall, we nearly make it, but we still don't have enough speed to be able to make it to that platform. So if we try again from platform number 3, what we'll find is that we actually fall long enough and we pick up enough speed that we get flung out of this rift, and then we fly up onto this platform and we can continue the speed run or the parkour course. So that's a really good way of using the conserve momentum feature in dynamic parkour levels. Having people have to make jumps or do different death runs up to a certain height, and then if they get to the correct height, then they can actually rift across to a platform that leads to the next stage. Alright guys, so that was a basic rundown of all of the different ways to use the teleportation device when you want the player to actually activate it by walking through it. But there is another way to get the teleportation devices to work in Fortnite, and that is using the channels and receivers. This is used best when you want players to be teleported to a random location based on time or certain events happening in game. All you need to do is to set up a channel and receiver that activates the teleportation device when a player triggers a certain channel. Alright guys, so all I've done to set up this triggers and receivers version of this teleportation device, all I've done is change this rift to teleport the player when it receives from channel 1, and what I have over here is just a random trigger that I have on the floor, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over this channel 1 trigger, and it's going to teleport me over here without me having to enter a teleportation device. So as you can see, it works the exact same way as the teleportation device as if I was to walk through that one, but instead it just pings me to that location when this trigger gets activated. So there's obviously a lot of different things that you can use this technique for, and this is just very much the basic way of using triggers and receivers with the teleportation device. So that was a pretty in-depth rundown of all of the different things that you can do with the new teleportation device, including all of the different things that you can do to change the way that these rifts look in-game, create your own teleportation pods, how you can go about recreating different levels from Portal and different puzzles from Portal, including how to use the conserve momentum feature and setting. And then right at the end, I showed you the very basics of how to use triggers and receivers with the teleportation device. Really just go crazy with the different options and possibilities that you have using the new triggers and receivers with the teleportation device. But that being said guys, if you did find today's video helpful, please go ahead and share it with your friends and anyone who's interested in creating Fortnite creative maps. The more people who are aware of how to use these different devices in game means that we get a lot more cool levels to play by people in the community. So just by sharing this video with your friends will help them create their levels in the future. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.